Well, it's kind of like you don't care about the rest of the Bibbits. You just right now have to look at this one and any pruning or system that'll happen. That's the agar with the penicillin between sheets. There's the multimetrics of, not just small, super concentrated pellets around here, but the niche of the food that has to reflect what the actual gravity is and maintaining it as it's going around. That's a lot of the mathematics for you. A lot of different variances get you going to get you on the actual do the words, not the algorithm. We can always turn it into an algorithm later, but every once in a while you find an algorithm that sets to the base on a derivative or something. But for the most part, when you get a character card, I'm not going to my security box with somebody that's like, hey, I turn the key, I leave the room, then you turn the key, that I can actually check my background check or my legal doctrine. What lawyer had to look me up, what did they see when brought to the attention, which ones of theirs are fourier that just, you should have just showed it to them passively while you were there to make sure that you can arbor their value, because when you arbitrarily arbor their value from up here, well, then they can't set the standard locally on the chicken scales. Like, well, boss, that's not what they do with the standards. It's a protective veteran status. And in terms of their dot plots or emissions, however that's supposed to calibrate into here, that's some type of anomaly away from the system. And when you're not on the books, it becomes impossible to be that. You never really depended the science on it. Where are you looking for your data so then I can change the presentation of it without any bullshit to really say, hey, you didn't have the right to do that. It's some hypocritical, pure nonsense that you're doing that doesn't really specify to everybody, nor if it wasn't everybody, the way that affects a differential on the equation of a subset of species when we're supposed to occupy that niche together as a passive advantage, a share, if you will, on what's going in here. But what does that share represent in the black body problem? This isn't a clean situation. There's signal waves, it's wave function, deltas and betas. So,